Hey guys, yes, I'm finally doing another great walk. So it's been a little while. I am here at the, let me read it, Parrie Haynes Ranch. This is an equestrian trail, but it's also good for walkers. And I tell you what, there are tons of horses here. I have already seen like 7. But it's really nice. There is, that might be what she is talking about. So, you'll make sure, it's kind of rough here. There is a trail already having a struggle. Let's get through this brush. I don't think this is the actual trail. Anyway, so like, there is a fee. It's $10 per person. Now, someone had said it's $5 per person if you're a walker and $10 per person if you're a rider. But when I went to go in and pay, the woman asked if it was my first time. I said, yeah. And she said, first time or free. So that's great. That is great. Yeah, she said that there's painted rocks and there's also markers and everything, which is great. It's great. So let me show you a few things here while I'm talking. So we've got some very beautiful pink flowers here. Those are very gorgeous. She had mentioned about pink mountain blossoms or something like that. So anyway, yeah, she was very friendly, and she had served at the local, I think it's a Marine base or Army base. Anyway, we've got Fort Hood, and she served there 4 times, she said. She said she's a helicopter flyer, which is so awesome. And I want to thank her for her services. That's what I should have done, is thanked her at the moment. But anyway, so like this ranch belongs to the state of Texas, and what she told me was the original owner had died in 1850 something. I think she said 56 or 57. And ever since then, it was donated to the state of Texas after she died. And then like people has leased it out throughout the years, and right now she's leasing it, and she said she's been leasing it for 8 years and has got 15 years left to go. As you can tell, there is a lot of manure here, but the good thing about horses stuff is it's all hay. Serious. Horses manure is nothing more than just hay, because that's their diet. That's all they eat. So anyway, the trail that I'm on, the red trail, is over 6 miles. It says 6.5. And the woman was really helpful. She even led me up to where it starts, where the trail starts. She loaned me this laminated map, and I asked how much that she sold them for, because she sells them, and she said she'd just let me have this one. I'm going to be kind enough to return it to her. So Yeah, I am looking to see some beautiful places. She told me that there is some really nice scenes around here. There's something particular that I will be coming across that I look forward to filming. She told me about it, and I asked if it's along the way. She said I would be passing it, so I look forward to that. This is in Killeen, Texas, and this ranch has been on TV. They had done they filmed it being the best horse place, so to speak. So apparently these trails aren't necessarily, well, you can tell they are mostly in consideration for horses, so they don't have to be like well tracked or anything, you know. Horses can go through reeds and everything. So with walking, you just watch where you go. And so there's some horse manure. Don't know what that horse has been eating, but yeah, just gotta keep my eyes out for whatever, you know. And keep in mind, horses do come through here. This does look like a very, very awesome place for horseback riding. It really does. Oh, and the other thing is, like, they do expect you to keep your dog on a leash if you're walking and you got a dog. Keep it on the leash. And also, let's see. I had something on my mind. Well, shucks it. If it comes to me. Anyway, I know I'm not showing you very much. Basically, you just, right now, you've got your junipers right now. It did say that there wasn't any shade, but quite frankly, I think we've got shade. The woman also said that she personally has mapped out this entire trail, the entire map. She mapped it herself. So I'm trusting her, and she really seemed like a very excitable woman, like just one of those that will talk to you but still takes command, so to speak. But I do like the fact that if it's your first time, if you're new to the place, the entry is free. I like that. So it's just a little on the rough side, the walk is, but nothing that would require boots. I'm fine with wearing tennis shoes. I don't remember what it was that I was getting ready to say before I talked about the dog. So, anyway, a show that talked about the best places for horses, best horse place, whatever it was is called. They got to be on there, but she said yet nobody knows they exist. So hopefully we can kind of help put this place a little bit more on the map. So once again, that's Parrie Haynes Ranch Equestrian Center. They do have restroom. They also allow campers. They've got a huge lot for just putting up campers. I saw that if you rent with electricity, it's $35 per day. And there was something else didn't quite catch. But yeah, there's one thing I'd seen about the All Trails app. One had said that they had talked to 2 people and they were so very friendly. And I just spoke to the one and she was very helpful. So anyway, as I come across some things for us to view, I will get back with you. Yeah, I remembered what it was that I was wanting to say. She said with all the COVID stuff that's going on right now, that's right, YouTube, I said it. I don't care. It's what it is. Anyway, I get myself in trouble, not even monetized yet. Duh. Anyway, she said that this is the one place that stayed open during the entire time. It wasn't ever a problem to come here when on the whole part there was just staying indoors, so to speak. So they really didn't more or less bother. But the one thing that's been proven is the virus is ineffective outside. It can't survive the heat and stuff. It's ineffective outside. So anything that's recreational like this is perfect. And they just never did bother to close down when there was the shelter. So that gave people a chance to actually get out and do something, actually breathe. And believe it or not, staying indoors is actually more dangerous. But that's something for someone else to talk about, not me. So anyway, that's what I was trying to remember to tell you. And that was a fascinating fact that they never bothered to close down during the shelter in, which is all right. I'm glad they gave people a chance to get out and breathe a little bit during panic mode. Nice de-stressor. So anyway, I'll get back with you. As I had said, I was following the red trail, and this is a loop. She said I shouldn't get lost because they have definitely put markers up to let you know where you're at, where you're going, what direction, what not. And she said if by some chance I would happen to get lost, she even gave me the phone number, which is nice. So that means they come out to rescue you if you can't find your way around. But she said on the whole part, this is nothing but just right turns. It goes in a loop. It comes in the opposite direction from the way it starts. It just does a loop. I notice here on the map they there's a blue trail which is 9 miles and a yellow trail that's 10. She said that this is a 600-acre plot of land. So that was a big ranch in the 1800s. And you think about it, back then when money didn't have a high value, a lot of times a person was considered rich just by how much property they had. And so a woman that owned this ranch in the 1800s, 600 that's a lot of land. 600 acres is a lot of land. That woman was actually rich, even, and who says that she didn't have actual money? But yeah, 600 acres is a lot of land, and that can make you, pretty rich. So yeah, anyway, I will get right back at you. And another thing that was listed on the all trail, someone had commented that there's no shade. Oh, there's a lot of trees here. There might be some shade here and there, but yeah, on the whole part it looks like it's pretty open. But anyway, I'll be fine. So I've got plenty of water. I'm going to be just fine. Anyway, I'll see you at a good spot to film. Oh, look at these two bulbs. I don't know what kind of flower they are, but I bet they'll be gorgeous when they bloom. It is extremely hot today. Okay, this is what they look like opened. A bunch of fuzzies. Interesting, just big giant seed pods. Neat. Anyway, as I was saying, it is very hot today. I haven't come across any real shade, but I'm not so worried about it. The terrain is rocky, and then in some areas they had applied some soil and sand. But as you can tell, it's kind of a dry area. It's something similar to what you would consider a desert. Well, not desert as much as it is like dry rock. It doesn't look like there's very much topsoil here. Looks like it is mostly rock, but extremely dry like a desert. So that juniper got uprooted. But yes, and these are big ones. These are big junipers. Very big. Very big. They're huge. I'm enjoying this hike. Yeah. Like here we've got markers. She had marked them on pipes, on rocks, and I noticed some trees have got ribbons. So, no doubt about it, you know where you're at. That's pretty nice. That's a good way to do it. So we're not going out that way. The yellow is 10 miles. But it's one giant loop. I don't see how it's 10 miles. It looks shorter than the red. But that's what it shows. Wow. Okay. What have we got here? Yellow and black. Anyway, we're going it this way. I'm going it this way, so alright. Yeah, because the yellow trail looks shorter than the red trail, but it says that the yellow trail is 10, so. And it would lead me back to the campground as well. I guess the perimeter, if you would take the yellow loop and then take the perimeter, that would definitely make 10 miles. That would definitely take 10 miles. But I'm not going to take the perimeter. I'm just going to stick with the red. I am working on doing 25,000 steps a day. But we don't have Bouncy. And so I've got to consider the time consummation, because it's time consuming to try to do 25,000 steps. And it takes me long enough doing 6 miles, so I gotta consider my dog. She's gonna be needing to go to the potty really bad when I get home. And this is already like an hour and 15 minutes away from home the way it is, so. Oh my goodness, look at this large tree. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. It is big. Wow. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of jammering on there. Just jammering on. So, I'll get back with you when there's something else to view. Okay, as you can see, we've actually got a resting area. There's a watering hole to water the horses and a picnic bench. And we've got a fan pump. I don't know if that actually pumps any water, but anyway, let's take a look at this here. Windmill, I'm sorry. Windmill. Anyway, I don't know why I'm lacking in thought, but this is a good place for the horses. They need to drink. Let's look at this one here. This one's dried up. They can fill that up if they need to. So yeah, they got set up a watering spot for the horses, which is it's very good. It's a good consideration because horses need water too. There's a lot of rock laid out here. That's another big tree right there. Anyway, let's go on ahead and continue on the trail. And I will get right back with you. Okay, there is some shade through here. I noticed they had cut down a lot of junipers. Only they have the reason. By the looks of the trunks, they were healthy trees. So only they know why. But yeah, I'm going to take advantage of every shaded spot that I happen to come across, and I'm going to cool down just a bit as I go and get myself some water, and I'll be with you with another area. And you can see why they call it Parrie. Look at that field. Oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous out in there. Just a great big old beautiful open field. And with the way that the ground, you can see the lines, they mow it periodically. And that's good. That keeps rodents and snakes down, so to speak, and makes it safer for the horses and everything. Now this is a very beautiful country, even though there really isn't much to it. It's still beautiful, and the hike is good. The hike is really good. I'm enjoying this. Very beautiful areas. Very beautiful areas. As you can tell, we've got some spruce here too. We've got beautiful spruce and junipers. It's just a beautiful area. Very beautiful area. All right. I'll see you in another spot. Okay, I'm going to walk out this way just a little bit. It reads that this is Rag and Reel. There's a breeze blowing right here, which feels pretty good. So, yes, okay. I'll take the breeze, and we'll see what they mean by Rag and Reel. Well, looking on the map, the different names that they've given different places kind of reminds you of back in the older days. Back when, you know, like restaurants and stuff. The names aren't more modern or anything. Yeah, there's been a fresh horse through here. So we'll see what they're talking about, Rag and Reel. Boy, that wind just really feels good. I know you can hear it. Didn't look like it came out here that far. So, I don't know. We'll see. Might just be called wagon wheel because it completely circles out. I don't know. It doesn't look like that on the map. We'll see here. This path right here really isn't walked on that much. Not even by horses. So, I don't know. Maybe it's not worth coming out. But then again, it might be. This is a good shade. Seeing how hot it is and everything, I'm just going to go on ahead and turn around. Like I said, they shows that it's like right out there. Oh, we'll walk just a little further, just a little. The shade really felt good. Might have stopped for the shade again. Oh, and I want to let you know, the banging that you hear as I'm turning off the camera is my bottle. Banging my bottle, water, banging the water bottle against the legs of the tripod. So that is. It really is too hot. It might just be the name of the trail, so to speak, even though there is an arrow on it. But it could just be pointing to the trail itself, and that this doesn't really do anything. So, get back underneath here, underneath the shade, cool off a bit, get right back onto the red trail. So, I'll see you when there's something else. Okay, had to take a small break back there in the shade. I needed to get my hanky because of sweat. But I just wanted to let you in a little bit on what's going on with my journey to skinny. I know I haven't done an update. I was going to wait until day 18 to kind of catch you up a little bit. I was counting down from day 27, so this is day 19. So I'm just going to go on ahead and update you today, but I was going to be filming tomorrow. So like I had watched a video on one that had done 25,000 steps a day for a week, and they had lost 4 pounds. Okay, now I'm not expecting that, so to speak, because this was a young man, already muscular, and he does 10,000 steps a day anyway. So, you know, he was already set up to lose a little bit of weight the way it was. But for me, I had watched another video about what walking is good for. And one of the things, of course, is bringing down the stomach. Now, I remember when I was walking a lot at my favorite park. I mean, I was seriously walking a lot there. And my stomach was getting flatter. I wasn't doing any strength training or anything at the house. I was just managing around 6 miles whenever I went to my park. So, and that was also with me doing like the OMAD and stuff. When I was doing Ray Down in the OMAD. And with me doing high protein now, there's a couple things I'm looking. So I'm wanting to do 25,000 steps a day and practice doing that so that it more or less, it's not just for 7 days, but pretty well something I do on a regular basis. And the one thing that I know about doing 25,000 steps is it's more or less time consuming, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because that means I'm not sitting and thinking, what am I going to cram in my mouth? It actually takes up a time period so that the only thing I've got left to eat is an evening meal. And the fact with doing 25,000 steps a day, that's that much more calories burned, which means eventually any calories I might have ate before I walk will have been burned off, and my body switches into burning fat. And then when I would eat again, it wouldn't even come near as much as I'd burned. My average around 1,000 to 1,500 calories. That's according to what I eat, because proteins can run high in calories, but it's good calories. It's not like junk food calories, you know. It's healthy calories, if you want to call it that. And so therefore, you know, I'm still have at least about a 900 calorie deficit, so to speak. And even though calories really doesn't mean all that much, it does mean something, because if you're just sitting around, it doesn't matter if you're eating high protein or all junk food. If you're just sitting around and you're eating more calories than you're even beginning to burn, you're going to gain weight. So even if like you're bedridden or something, calories count in the fact that you eat less, so that even laying, because just laying around or sitting around, you're still burning calories. And so if you at least burn more than what you put down your mouth, you can still lose. But for me, I think it'll make a bigger difference for me to go on ahead and aim during the middle of the day to get the 25,000 steps. That way I skip a meal, and thus therefore less calories put in and definitely more calories burned out. And I do like the fact that walking tightens the stomach. And I'm going to tell you something. I was a little sore in my legs and my hips, but the bigger soreness, I felt it in my stomach yesterday. Now this morning when I got up, I was stiff in my legs, but I felt it in my stomach yesterday. After I was finished with the walk, I felt it. And that is incredible. So with the 6.5, I'm only going to average close around 15,000 steps. And that's going to leave me about 10,000 steps or so to go later when I get home or whatever. And I'll just have to make that up by walking the house. But, and if it's cool enough, maybe going to the park that's right next door. We'll see. But at least I got a good start today, and I'll get the 6 miles under my belt. And so that's what's up. Now, right now, I'd actually gained a little, but like on day 25, when I weighed myself, I was from 214 to 210. So I had lost a little over 3 pounds, because I don't remember what the ounces was. And I ended up going on an ice cream binge, so to speak. And so I ended up gaining that right back. I still made sure to eat a lot of protein. I still kept on the high protein, but it wasn't enough to counteract all the ice cream. So I kind of screwed myself up with that. But I'm right back to doing it right. There's no more ice cream in the house, and so I'm right back to doing it right. And yesterday I came in at 215 even. This morning I came in at 214.4, so that's 6 ounces back down. I will be updating yous again in about another week or so, letting yous know how I'm doing with the high protein 25,000 step thing. And yeah, so anyway, I'll get with yous when there's something to see here. Now, I haven't seen any traffic out here. When the woman was talking to me at the top of the trail, there was 2 riders that apparently she has known for a while. Other than that, on the trail itself, I haven't seen anyone. Sorry about the banging. But okay, it shows to continue straight. So I'm at a crossroads somewhere. Let's see here. A bunch of junctions here. Anyway, there's supposed to be another watering hole close. I might be coming upon that. Or a little creek pasture, little creek road. I might even be there. But no, I already passed the power line, so I'm past that. So yeah, I'm actually coming across to where the watering hole is. Hoover House. That's where I'm wanting to take you, is to the Hoover House. And it is on the... Well, let's see. There's an old fence. Let's see if there's a way to tell here where the old Hoover House is. Get myself turned in the right direction here. Okay, there's actually a crossroad here. It goes like that. Now see that? So it's on down here, close around where the windmill is. So I'll be able to take you to the Hoover House. That's where I'm wanting to take you. So when I get to it, I shall show it to you. I want to show you this. See if you can make this out. Here we've got Rest in Peace. The name on the hat is Jackson K. If you can make the rest of that out. It's a neat hat. Definitely weather worn. Alrighty, let's continue on here. Okay, I came across the house, but I don't know that that was the house she was talking about, because she said that it's similar to a dog trot or whatever they call them, where they're split cabins. They're a complete house, but they've got a porch in the center running in between the rooms. And so that's what I'm looking for. And that back there wasn't. Plus it was actually a running place. There was power running through it. So I don't know if it actually people living there or what. I'm not going to turn around and film it if not, you know. She's got ribbons there. But she's got red rock here. Okay. Anyway. So, but I have come across some horsebacks, and there was a second watering hole, and there was a small group there, and out this way you even get to the creek. So we're going to see some, she said the river, so we'll even get to see the river, I reckon. If I want to get down to it, I guess. I don't know if I actually ran into it or not, but I'll see what this sign says up here. I don't know if I'm going to get to see that or what. That goes out that way. I'm going up that way, not up that way, that way. And as you can see, it's an open field with nothing. Yikes. Alright, so here we go. This goes down to the river and the yellow and blue gate. Let's go on down here and see how the river looks today. I had seen pictures on all trails. They was riding horses through it. It's going to be a long way out there before there's shading again. But as you can see, the clouds are really starting to develop. So it's going to get to be comfortable as the clouds continue developing. We're supposed to have sun today, but doesn't mean that we won't end up more cloudy. So we'll see how far the water is down here, and then we'll head back to the red. I doubt very much I can take my shoes off and stick my toes in it, even though that would feel pretty good. That would probably help cool me down a little bit. Just take some time out to step in the water. Who knows, I might do that. It would make it more interesting for this Great Walk video, would it not? Just enjoy a little bit of a dip. Dip-a-dee-doo-dah. I am wearing my crops. I'm not wearing full pants. So, Brad's Crossing. Blue Trail. Okay. Looks dry. Feels good down here though. Feels real good down here. Well, we got a little bit of water. It's not going anywhere. Does it look like? It's muddy here on the shore. I'm not about to try to step into that. It's really not flowing that much. A little. We got a little bit of flow. I would like to step into it, but you see all that? That's where the horses have been. Sure would feel good though. Would feel good. Well, I was going to add a little bit of footage, but oh well. Alright, I will see you in another point. I don't know if we're going to see the cabin that she spoke about, unless it was that back there at that watering hole. I have no clue. Anyway, another look at that water. It is refreshing looking. Well, someone has done a fire pit. Good place for it. And someone lost their shoe here. But this is a special shoe. This has got padding in it right here. And you can see the long nails. It goes in the hooves. My uncle used to own a horse, and I saw how the shoes are made, and they didn't have the springy bottom on them, the rubber bottom attached to the shoe. So that right there would make extra protection for the horse when they're riding through rocky ground. That would protect the horse from stoning the inside of the hoof. because if you don't know, when you look at the bottom of a horse's foot, it's got the hoof part, which is similar to our nails, only thicker, but then it's kind of hollowed out, and that hollowed out part is tender. It's not hard like the hoof itself. So a horse's foot is vulnerable in rocky areas, and likewise the horseshoes themselves is to protect the hooves from being worn down from rocky surfaces. So those shoes was made special to not only protect the hooves themselves, but to also keep the horse from becoming stoned on the inside of their hoof where it's more tender. That's clever. Hate it that they lost their shoe, but yeah, that's kind of clever right there. All right, we're moving on. All right, the red trail continues down into the creek. So I might get to go raiding after all. We'll see down here. Let's go on ahead and look and see what this looks like. There might be stepping stones for those that walk. It wasn't hard for me to go through it. Unfortunately, I would have all that on the bottom of my shoe, or on the bottom of my foot and everything, and it would actually be more aggravating than it'd be worth. So yeah, they've got kind of stepping stones. I'm going to see about getting across here. I'll see you on the other side. Alright, I did it. I didn't have to turn around. I did quite a bit of testing here and there. I don't have very much balance on my one side. My left ear buzzes all the time, and so I've got a little bit of a balancing problem. Seems when it comes to my left. But I made it. Barely got any water in my shoe at all. Just mostly all on the sole. So there's some shade up here. I'm going to have to stand and rest in the shade for a bit. I'll get back with you. Okay, according to the map, what I really wanted to show you is off of Calamity Corner. But I'm not wanting to backtrack because it's so hot. And it looks like there's a big cloud right now that's over top of the sun, so I'm going to take advantage of that and move on. So I'm sorry I'm not getting to show it to you, but according to the woman, it is a cabin that's got the porch in the center. I reckon she called it a dog trot or something like that. So, yeah, it's one of those old-fashioned cabins that's got the porch in the middle of the two rooms. And, sorry, I'm not showing that off to you. And so I really wanted to get that in. And, you know, if it wasn't so hot, I could have walked down there. Because she said that I would have been coming across it. So yeah, all I would have had to do was just go down the one little way, but it's just too hot, and I'm wanting to take advantage of the cloud cover in the sun. I don't know how long there's going to be cloud cover on it, So it's a little rocky through here, a little rough. But the one thing I noticed about this trail, there's not very many hills and slopes. On the whole part it's flat, so that makes it easy to walk. Anyway, as you can tell, I'm somewhat just a little breathless right now, so I'll get right back with you. So I'm like at the zenith of the day now, when it is extremely hot, and actually it's probably going to get hotter before it starts cooling down. Probably by about 1:30 to 2 o'clock it'll start cooling down, and it's getting to the point I'm having to stop under every shade, which is only around 200 to 300 feet apart. And you know, I'm not wanting to throw in the towel. I could very easily call that person and let them come. They had a mule. They could come through here and pick me up if I called. But I'm not wanting to throw in the towel. I've only got like 2 miles left to go, and I can walk 6 miles no problem. But as far as it goes, doing any more great walks, I think this is going to be the last great walk for a while. I'm not sure when I'll be able to get another one out, but the way it is, Texas is now picking up on its heat. This is June, and it's going to be severely hot from here on out through August and even September. So I really honestly don't know when I'll be able to get another great walks out, but this is going to be like the last one for a while. I'll try to fill in the gaps, like with paintings and how I'm doing with my weight loss and stuff. I know I haven't really been putting very much videos out anyway, and I'm sorry about that. But there's a blue ribbon here too. If I remember correctly though, we kind of joined more or less the blue trail. Anyway, so I'm going to do my best to make it out the 2 miles that's left without calling her in to pick me up. It doesn't matter how much water you've got. I've still got water. I'm good there. But the sun beating down, it really takes its toll on you. It drains you with or without water. So I'm going to go on ahead and call it off here. I appreciate you guys so very much. You all are terrific. If this is your first time watching, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. There's more to watch. Just go through my playlist, and if you like it enough, become a part of my YouTube group and subscribe. I am more than happy for you to join on my subscriber list and hit the notification bell and give me a thumbs up. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. And once again, I hope that you enjoyed the video. And I love you guys. Bye.